Hello. There you go. Finally, it's working. I've been talking for 5 minutes, and apparently it's not working. Okay, now I'm finally live. Hello, am I live? Mic test. Hello. Is it good? I don't think this is the right chat for this. Let's double check. Where is the chat for YouTube? I don't think it's here. What happened? What happened? I am I'm pretty lost at the moment. I tried to live stream, and on YouTube it's not working, even on Twitch. And now I just did the live stream without waiting, without the time. I just redo it once again. I hope this time it's working. Now let me just open my live stream on YouTube, because I'd like to see if my chat is working. Okay, I put hello world on the chat. Is it? There you go. Finally, it's working. Okay, I would like to just put this chat in the different window right here. There you go. Finally, I see Rene made a chat earlier, and I apologize if I missed it. I was talking for a couple of minutes, 5 minutes, and apparently YouTube is not live streaming my live stream. It was a bizarre experience. I don't know what happened, and I apologize for that. And now I'm checking everything on Twitch. It's also doing the live stream. But we good. We completely move. Hello, Z Winner. How you doing? It's a good weekend. No, it's a good Wednesday. I apologize. I am pretty good. Thank you so much for the question. How are you doing? I hope you have a good weekend, a good week. It's a very bright Wednesday today. The weather is pretty good. It's very sunny. You can see in the right side, left side of this monitor, of this screen. It's bright. There you go. You see, it's very bright in there. It's pretty good. It's a good day. It's a good day for everyone. How you doing? Let me just open the chat of the Twitch so I can read that if someone talks. Let's put it here. Okay, that's pretty good. That's better. How are you? Can you hear me? Is everything working? Okay, I put up some music, just a little bit. So there's going to be a background audio while I'm talking. And if I don't talk, you can still listen to music. I think that's a good idea. It'll make the live stream much better. Is that the music, the kind of music you like to listen to? Let's look for some more. Is there a way to look? Find similar. Okay, just like this. I'd like to play everything. You're converting a Figma to a Shopify store. Is there an app for that? I'm not aware that that exists. How do you do it? Are you doing it manually? Sorry for the plenty of questions. I'm pretty hyper today. I did drink a coffee earlier. I also have a coconut in here on my way. I was outside and I took a coconut. It's pretty good. It came from China. It was a pretty earlier, the first attempt, my first attempt doing live stream. I made a mistake. I hit run, I hit play, start stream, and then I was testing the microphone and I forgot my accent. I was talking like an Englishman, but that's not my real me. This is how I talk, but it's a fun experience. I'll try to not do that again, but it was, yeah. Agree. Is my light working? There you go. Thank you so much for subscribing. Muhammad Rashidul Hassan is a Muhammad. MD, from what I can remember, that means Muhammad. Though I could be mistake. Not sure if that is correct. Stream Elements a good application for live streaming because it tells you everything. But for some reason, it's not working. The what do you call that again? The effects, the dust thing. Like when you subscribe, it does a soundtrack, an alert box. Yeah, looks like we don't have that. Can someone try to subscribe? Some reason it's not working, but that's okay. We missed it. Let me try it on Streamlabs. Streamlabs. And I'll try to trick it to play an alert box. Is there a way to I do not remember how to do this, but let's try. Hello Rene, welcome back. I apologize earlier. I was trying to talk to you. I don't think you have heard me. It was pretty unfortunate because I was talking for 5 minutes and apparently Streamlabs was not live streaming my live stream. I was talking to you, answering your question. It was a pretty good one. But unfortunately, I don't think you have heard what I was saying. I checked it. I checked Twitch, I checked YouTube, and Weekly How is not on live stream. So it was there is a problem within the application, the live stream. It was pretty embarrassing. Pretty bad. I hope it won't happen again, and I apologize for that. But don't worry, be good. We good. We are pretty good today. Right now, I'm just testing the Streamlabs and the, what do you call this? The alert box, because someone subscribed and it did not do a thing. What is that? I am too old for this. Is there a way to like test that? Okay, something like that. It should do something like that, but I don't think it's working on my end. It does not say anything. Can someone subscribe or follow me on Twitch? Follow Weekly How on Twitch. So it does a thing. Because right now I'm doing this. It should do something. But it does not show anything. For some reason. Some technical difficulties. Hey, it's all good. Yes, don't worry. We good. But it's pretty hot today. As you can see, the weather is pretty nice. But I'll just take off my jacks because I'm sweating. As always. Let's just put this here. I think I look much better without the jacket. There you go. I feel much more comfortable. How are you? How is Zed Winner? How is Rene? How is the other? Don't forget to drink water, by the way. It's pretty good for you. Okay. Let me just double check my my system. Because I don't think it's working. I tried to do that thing, but it does not work. On Twitch. That's enabled. That's enabled. Okay. You are doing well, just working. Okay, that's pretty motivating. I'll be working as well. We'll be working a lot together today. You know what? There's plenty of noise today. I'll just get rid of the music. It's pretty annoying. And also, the washing machine is running behind me. I'm not sure if that's, I'm not sure if you can hear that. If you can hear that, I apologize. Where is my setting? I'm looking at this. It's still not working. But I'm pretty happy that you are doing well. Okay, that's not what I'm looking for. What about on Twitch? Let me try do it on Twitch. Can someone do a how to do this? I'm not sure how to do this. Okay, so the emotes is working. It's working there. But the follow link, I don't think it's working. Let me just double check things here. Subscriber. Subscriber is enabled. Members are enabled. Super chats are enabled. Global editing. Alert. Animation. Fade in. Test. On Twitch. Follow. There you go. Finally, it's working. I'm happy to know that. What about on YouTube? There you go. Subscribe. What about this? There you go. Okay, everything is working. I don't think that's something the boss can figure out. But I'm pretty smart. I know what I'm doing here. Okay, I think we're good with that. We can go back. What about this? What is this? I'd like to test some stuff. Check out the new and improved alert box. That's what I'm doing right now. Pursue the witness with this overlay. Watch quadrant. Nice giveaway. I don't need that. Hold on. Let me click this. What is this? Oh, the reason why it was not working, that's because there's an update. I need to click this. I know it doesn't make any sense at the moment. I'm just yapping. Oh, by the way, what yapping means? I learned that from my nephew. Last weekend, we had a family gathering, and my nephew talked like a teenager. Yapping this, yapping that. And I asked him, what does that mean? It means that you're talking nonsense. And that's what I'm doing earlier. Yapping. See, you learn a lot of things with the kids these days. Pretty good. Pretty good experience. So if I were you, I'll talk to the kids. Anyway, okay. What are we going to do today? We are going to continue. I said this earlier. We are going to continue the AROTK. We are going to continue the footer section. Okay, AROTK? Hello. How are you doing? It's pretty good that a lot of you remember my name. It's pretty motivating. It motivates me. It also makes me happy that a lot of you address me the right way. Because a lot of people make mistakes earlier. No, not earlier. A couple days ago, couple weeks ago. With my colleagues in the past. Many of them make mistakes. But you did well today, AROTK. Congratulations. This one is for you. That one is for you, AROTK. You're welcome. Anyway, what we're going to do today? What we're going to do today is we're going to do the footer section that the boss did last time. Last Monday. I apologize for the washing machine, by the way. The boss is washing his suit. His clothes. If you can hear that, I apologize myself. But don't worry, we good. Be happy. Anyway, we are going to work on the footer section. Okay? We're going to design it. We're going to make it pretty. Like what we did to the navigational bar. There are a couple of things as well that I missed last time. And that's what we're going to work on today. Okay? Last time we worked on the navigational bar, but it was not properly working for the mobile devices. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to fix it pretty quick. We'll try our best to make it quick. And then, we'll work on the footer section. Does that sound good? Very good. But before we continue, I'd like to connect. I'd like to connect with my viewers. With the viewers, so people who watch me right now. Aero TK, how are you doing? Thank you so much for addressing me properly. It is pretty appreciated. I appreciated the effort. I know the boss probably mentioned this a lot to you, that you should mention my name properly. And the fact that you're following the guidelines is pretty impressive. And thank you for that. I'd like to toast for what you're doing to the community. Hello to everyone who is watching right now. I hope everyone is having a good day. Okay? I hope that everyone is having a good day. I hope that everyone is having a good day. If I were you, I'd subscribe. If I were you, I'd subscribe. Okay, anyway, let's proceed. Sorry for that. It is advertisement. I would like to just say hello to everyone to start this with a blast. With good vibes. Okay? Let's begin with the proper session. Let me just open VS Code. Thank you, Zedwinner. You say, I'm from the family with many singers. My father once played drums. My father used to play drums for a band. And my mother, she's a pretty good singer. Her voice is pretty good. He can do high notes like C5. C5, if you don't know what that means, it's this note. Hold on, I turn it up. This is that's C. But that, she can reach that. That's C5. Or maybe this one. No, that's not C5, that's C6. Okay? She can reach that. Pretty impressive. But I'm not that good. I can only sing a couple of notes. Like ba baby bo bo. Ba ba ba. Ba ba ba. Ba ba ba. Something like that. But you know, I learned a couple of things from my mother. Anyway, I'll open VS Code. Thank you guys. Thank you for the compliments. It's pretty impressive, I know. But anyway, here's the VS Code. Let's proceed. Okay. I'm sweating. It's pretty hot. It's pretty hot today, okay? It's pretty hot. I'm sweating. I don't know what you guys are doing. Okay, let's begin. I'll just switch to intermission so you guys can see what I'm doing here. Shut up. Okay, let's go back. Serious. No more laughing. No more laughing. I Okay, I think I'm pretty good. We good. Anyway, today we're going to work on the footer section, okay, kids? The first thing we're going to do is to log into our Shopify store, okay? We need to do the Shopify theme dev command. Something like that, okay? I'm not sure if you can see my screen. You can see my screen. Very good. Okay. So it's doing the Shopify theme dev command. It's going to load for a little bit. While we're waiting, let's also open this terminal right here. And let's do the npx. I'm not sure if we have here. No, npx tailwind CSS. And then the input, we need to open the src. And then the file is called tailwind CSS. I'm pretty sure you know this already. And then the output. We send the file where? We put it in the assets folder. We'll call this file theme.css. And then we'll do the watch. There you go. Pretty easy. I'm not sure why you were laughing earlier. It was not really... There is a technical difficulty earlier. I think the software is bugging. That's why there is a funny scene. But it's not supposed to happen. That's not part of the live stream. The live stream is supposed to be serious and full of knowledge, full of information that is very useful to the community. And that's what we're doing right now. Okay, let's open the theme editor because that's what we need. We need the theme editor. We'll finally close this as we don't need it anymore. Okay. So let's take a look here. What do we have? Also, I'd like to talk about what happened last Monday. Last Monday, the boss released a new video, or should I say Bernard? Bernard, the owner of Weekly How, the guy who manages us. Even the boss, the guy above the boss. His name is Bernard, and he released a new video, and it's pretty interesting. He introduced a new platform. It's pretty ironic because the platform is called Platform. It's funny. When I watched that video, I laughed. It's very cool. But it's a very interesting platform as well. Because you can do a lot of things. It's like a hosting provider, but with steroids. Okay, anyway, we'll take a look at the footer section here. Notice that, okay, this is what he did. He did a couple of blocks. He did the image, the text, the link list, and the newsletter form. And he divided the footer section into 3 sections. The left, center, and then the right. I believe we need to work on the newsletter form here. But before we go there, let's focus on the navigational bar. Also, you know what? While we're here, let's create a logo. Okay? I'll open the Photoshop. I am pretty good with graphics. So let's do it together. We call this project Tissue, correct? The project is called Tissue. So maybe let's make a logo out of tissue. I don't know the story behind this. Can someone tell me the story behind this Shopify theme called Tissue? Is it a play word? Is there a word play? Is it talking about like a tissue or something? What do we do then? Let's create a new file. Hold on a second. Let's create a new file here. Create. Right here. There you go. Let's put it here. And we're going to create a new logo. Okay? Let me just put this in the right size because the size is not correct. The logo is supposed to be what? 512 over what? 512. That's the right size. They should be relative. No, they should not be relative. Okay, let's make it that way. Proceed. Okay, now we have the right logo. What if we use AI to create this logo? Is there a way to do that? We do that. Generative fill. Generate a cute logo for tissue. I don't know what it's gonna produce, but let's take a look. You see, this is good thing. Oh, look at that. It's pretty cute indeed. That's our logo from now on, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, AI is pretty impressive when it comes to things like this. Oh, that's another variation right here. Take a look. GQ might. Oh, this is pretty cute. I like this one. This one is good. Don't you think? This is pretty cute. Look at that. I'll put this as a logo. Let's make it into a circle. Let's take this. I don't know why it's not a perfect circle. Okay, you know what? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the quick selection tool. No, not like that. Deselect. I'm gonna select everything here. And I'm gonna make it smaller. If some of you are confused right now what we're doing the logo for the Shopify team so that when the boss take a look at this next week, he's gonna be impressed. Okay, let me just put it there. Okay, I made a mistake. It's not supposed to be like that. Anyway, let's copy this. Select the I. Control J. And merge the two. Merge. There you go. Now, we just have the logo. It's perfect. I love it. I'm pretty impressed by the work of AI. Now, let's add some style. How do we add style? By clicking this effects here. I'm pretty sure you can't see it, but it don't matter. Let's add a stroke. That's what we call it. Stroke. Inside. Not inside, but between. I'd like it center. There you go. And then let's rasterize it. And we'll also add a shadow. Where's the shadow? Drop shadow. There you go. Now let's just resize it. So it matches the width and the height. Okay, let's put it there. There you go. Now we have a cute logo, a very cute logo. Let's paste this. Let's export this, shall we? Export as. And let's just put it where? Export. Let's put it in the desktop. In the downloads. Let's call this tissue logo. Save. Okay, now we have a logo. Pretty good. Let's close that. We do not need that anymore. And now what we can do now next is we can upload the file through the theme editor. That's correct. Here. But if we click the header, there are no schema settings for the logo. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to edit the header.liquid, and then we're going to add a schema setting so that we can add a logo here. How do we do that? Pretty easy. It's pretty straightforward. Schema, we'll use the schema section, the section schema tag, and then for the name, we'll call it header, obviously. And then for the settings, we're going to create a new setting, and we'll give it a type of, not header, okay? Because there's a difference between header and the header that we are in right now. The header that we are in right now is a section that we created or the boss created 2 weeks ago. The header type of setting is the header more like the heading title. Okay? If you add a header, let me show you what it does. Create a type header and then underneath you add the content. What is the content of this? hello world. Let's just test this, okay? And now, if I save this, let's double check if we get errors. There are no errors. It's saved. We good. So now let's go back to the theme editor, and if we reload this page, in the setting of the section, we should have hello world. It's taking some time. Probably my internet connection is bad at the moment, but don't worry, it's gonna load pretty soon. It is not loading pretty soon. Let's reload it once again. What about if I go back? What is going on with the internet? Can someone double check the internet connection? Am I good? Is everything okay? There is a problem. 40 minutes ago. No, we good. There's no problem. It looks like the internet is not interneting at the moment. Let's refresh once again. Oh, there you go. Now it's working. And now if I click the header, looks like we have a hello world here. That is the header. Header means the title of a section. No, more like the title of part of a setting. The title of the setting. You can call it that way. Okay? That is different. Header type is different from header.liquid. Okay, header.liquid is the section file. Whereas the type, that is the title of a setting. Okay, and then underneath of this, you can do whatever you want. Okay, usually we use this to separate settings. For example, you have another setting here. Let's just, instead of hello world, let's call this like images section or images. And then you have a type here for the images. And then underneath of this, you have another header, type, header. And then the content this time is about something else. Like for example, announcement. Not sure if that's how you spell it. I don't English. And then underneath is the setting for the announcement. It's more like to use it to separate settings. It's not very useful, but it can be useful when you do it the right way. But we're not gonna use it here because we do not need it. Okay, there is an error here. It's not supposed to be image upload. I believe it's supposed to be image picker. Yeah, I was right. Image underscore picker. Okay, and then underneath, let's give it an ID, and the ID is going to be logo because we're going to use this for the logo. And then for the label, we'll just do logo. Next one, there's no default because we cannot do a default here. Okay, let's just save this. But before we go back to the theme editor, let's use the setting. How can we use the setting? Pretty easy. All you need to do is do this. Create an object and then do the section, that settings, and then the title or the ID of the setting. It's logo. Remember? Settings, ID, that's the logo. Logo. Therefore, section.settings.logo. Now this is not gonna work because this is image object. We need to pass this to a filter. What is the filter we can use? Image URL, correct? Image URL. Let's give it a width of 150 pixel. Something like that. And then we need to pass this into another filter. It's called image tag. Now, if we save this, and if we go back to the browser and reload this, it is not going to work. There's going to be an error, I assume, because we need to check if the image object is set or not. It's very important to do that before rendering anything. Okay? It appears that there is a problem with the connection because it's quite slow at the moment. Can someone stop using my Wi-Fi? Are you doing that, Rene? Are you doing that, said winner? Are you connected to my Wi-Fi at the moment? Please go off. The connection is pretty bad at the moment. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. I hope you don't take it very seriously. Take seriously of your work. I know everyone is working at the moment. I am working too, so we're working together. This is a good moment for us. Okay, the internet is pretty bad. I'm not having fun. Is everything okay? Maybe it's because of Twitch. Let's get rid of that. We do not need that anymore. Reload it once again. Okay, now this is pretty annoying. Okay, there you go. Now it's working. Looks like it did not work. It appears that we have an error. Oh, there you go. We have an error. The schema is not correct. Oh, because of the comma here. Let's get rid of that. We do not need it. Okay, now it's updated. Good. See, that's what happens if you make mistake. You can always check the CLI. And it will give you the right error. There you go. Notice that we have an error here. Invalid URL input. And that is because the logo is empty. But if we add something here, for example, let's upload the image earlier that we created. It should be in the downloads. This one, the tissue. Now it's uploading. File uploaded. Done. There you go. The errors is gone. But it appears that the image is not loading properly. Let's double check why. I'll just save that. And then I'll open my CLI to open the localhost URL. This one right here. Let's minimize that. Open the browser. Type the password. Oh, it's being rendered. But it's pretty big. We do not like it. We want small logo. Okay? How can we do that? Pretty easy. All we need is a CSS. Let's go and add a class to that image. So here, image tag, we can do a text. And that's going to be the nav logo. Nav-logo. Okay? Or we can just simplify it by calling it a logo. But before we save this, let's also add, while we're here, we'll add a condition. We'll add a condition that will render something else if the image is empty. Therefore, we'll just use a condition here. And we'll check if settings, that logo is set. If it's not empty, then we render this. Understood? Otherwise, if there are no logos, if logo is not set, if it's empty, we do something else. We render a title. Let's add H1 because this is going to be the title. But we usually don't do that. We do H2. And then we'll just type here the shop, that title or name. Okay? This happens all the time whenever you install a Shopify theme. It does not have any logo, of course. So therefore, it's going to display the name of the online store. If you install Dawn, it's going to do the same thing. It's not going to display the logo. It's going to display the name of the online store. So if we go here and reload the page, notice that there is an error now. It's no longer working, and that is because there is a mistake here. It's not supposed to be like that. It appears that the image tag does not accept anything. Can override these attributes. Let's take a look at the documentation. What can we use? Okay, we need to use something like this. Class. And then we provide the class. Logo. I believe that's going to work this time. There you go. Now the logo is right here. Now we can just set the size of the logo by going to the CSS, the Tailwind. Tailwind.css here. Okay, it appears that there's a letter here as well. Thank you, boss. I'm gonna read that. Buttons component. Dear Marko with a K. I appreciate that, boss. If you're watching right now, thank you so much for reminding the viewers how to address me properly. I feel respected, and that is something that I really appreciate. I worked in a company. I worked in a lot of company, and then most of them do not appreciate those people because they do not address me properly. First of all, they do not take it seriously. They think that since I'm insisting the Marko with the K, they think I'm joking. But no, I was not joking. But and now the fact that here in the in Weekly How, the new company I'm working for, everyone prioritize how I feel. And I feel very respected. And that is something that I very appreciate. So thank you so much everybody for doing this. Even to the boss. If you're watching boss right now, I apologize. Let me just transition to the whole face scene. So this is gonna be more intimate between us. If you're watching right now, thank you so much for reminding everyone how to address me. Especially right now with Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali, you're a legend. You're always here. And I do appreciate the time that you put in. And the fact that you address me as well properly, everybody here in the chat addresses me perfectly. And it's pretty good. I feel very good. In my heart. Right here. Maybe I should play a music while we're talking. Is that a good idea? I'd like to say thank you to everybody who addresses me properly. And that is very, very nice to feel. So Marko, no, Muhammad Ali, and Z Winner, and Rene. Thank you so much for addressing me properly. I know the keys are not perfect right now as I'm closing my eyes. You do not see it, but I close my eyes and I'm not looking in the keys right now. I'd like to thank you for addressing me properly. This is coming from the bottom of my heart. You see, this is what pisses me off. And now, someone addressed me wrong. I'm trying to be serious here, okay? Rim, how do you pronounce your name? You get it? Because your name and Rim sounds the same. Now I feel like I'm rapping. Because your name and Rim sounds the same. Okay, enough of this stupid thing. Overall, I'd like to say thank you to every one of you, every single one of you who take this very seriously. I'm very serious at the moment. No laughing. This is a no laughing moment right now. Okay? So, Rim, Thank you for addressing me perfectly this time. It's supposed to be Marco with the K, not Marco with the C. I have more patience, okay, at the moment because I feel very good right now. Ever since I started the live stream, everyone just give me love, the love that I really appreciate. This is one of the things that makes me wanna stay longer because everybody just give me love. I can feel it right here. I feel butterflies, not in my stomach but in my chest. I should stop doing this, right? It's pretty bad. Anyway, thank you. Thank you. Thank you to every single one of you. Shout out to Muhammad Ali. Shout out to Z Winner, Rim, Aero TK, Rene, of course. And to the others who's watching right now, who's not talking. Thank you so much. How did you know my name is pronounced name? Huh? Pronounce Rame. Rame? What is Rame? Rame like Name. Name. Rame. Name. Thank you for getting it right. Not many people do, Marco. Well, first of all, it's pretty obvious when you spell your name that way. It's either rhyme or rime. I was going rhyme, but that doesn't sound nice. So I go rime. It sounds like what we do in our ass. Never mind, we're not going there. TOS, terms of service. Let's go Muhammad Ali. You feeling energy like Goku? Yes. I watched Dragon Balls back when I was a kid. Many years ago. With my cousins. And one of my favorite characters is Gohan. Gohan. I went to Japan as well, many years ago. Gohan means rice, apparently. If you don't know that, that is a fact. Gohan means rice. You learn something. We're not just about Shopify. You learn language. So Gohan, rice. I love rice. Rice pretty good. Marco, next theme dev video, can it be on filters? Okay. Video. Like a regular one or a live stream. If it's live stream, we can do it. We can do it next Wednesday about filters. Okay? If it's a regular video, I'll put that topic to the master, to the higher ups. Bernard. He's the one making the video. Okay? So there are people that you need to remember. Marco with the K, that is me. The boss. Doing the shorts. He's doing the YouTube shorts. He seems to enjoy the shorts. And then there is Bernard who does the video. Okay? Live stream, okay. Next week, we do the filters. We'll focus on filters next week. That's what we'll do next time. So I'll expect you to be there. Muhammad Ali, you're a legend. Yes, Wednesday. Because Wednesday is for Marko Day. Yay, Marko Day. Wednesday is Marko Day. What about YouTube pants? Am I going blind? Am I reading it right? YouTube pants. What is a YouTube pants, Rene? I do not understand. I am confused. Me is confused at the moment. YouTube pants. Thank you so much, Muhammad Ali, for always being supportive, for being here. You are one of my favorites. People that I really like right now is Rene. Rene, my favorite. Muhammad Ali, your favorite. Z Winner, favorite. He makes me laugh all the time. Who else? Aero TK. He addressed my name pretty good. Rim, I do not. Not favorite. Is it he or she? Take a look at the photo. Looks like a he. I do not like him. He mispronounced my name. Misspelled it. See? Maybe next time, if you address me properly, you're gonna be one of my favorites next time. What about YouTube Shorts? You said YouTube Shorts. What about YouTube Pants? Ah! Rene, this one is for you. You're funny, Rene. You are funny, Rene. You are very funny, Rene. I'll give you this song because you are very funny, Rene. Ooh, Rene. Ooh. You're welcome. That is because my mother sings perfectly and I can adapt it. So that is for you. To all of those people who are appreciative, who appreciate my presence at the moment, shout out to every single one of you. Next time, I'll sing a perfect song. I'll write a song to all of you who support me, who address me perfectly, who spells my name right, Marko with a K. Perfectly. I'll write a song. All of you. Because I love you. Thank you, thank you. I'll be here all week. Make sure to tip your waitresses. Waitresses. You know I'm a dude, right? I have this. I'm not a waitress. Anyway, it's okay. It's 2024. Everybody makes mistakes. You can address me however you want, but it's okay. I still love you, Rene. You're one of my favorites. Good, we good. Almost spit my water like last time. Remember, almost spill it. In the video last time, last Monday. Is it last Monday? Yes. It was last Monday, yes. I spilled my water there because I was not feeling very good. Okay, I forgot to mention this story. It's gonna be pretty funny. I was feeling pretty annoyed that day. You know why? Because on my way to the office, it's the people in the building addressed me. Hello. In French. Bonjour. Vous êtes Marko? Marko? Oui, Marko. Non, c'est pas Marko, c'est Marko. I talked to them. It's pretty bad because they pronounce it wrongly. It's not Marko. 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 That's how you pronounce my name. So I was pretty pissed last time. So when we were like filming the video, I couldn't drink the water because my throat was pretty pissed as well. I couldn't drink it. I was just pretty pissed. Therefore my performance in that video was not very performant. But that's okay. Next time I'll try to feel better. I'll try to make it better. I'll try to talk because I was not talking in that video. I wish I could do much better. I feel bad. And I apologize to my boss, and to Bernard as well. I'll do much better next time. It's not towards you. Oh, okay. I thought you're calling me a waitress. Okay, I understand now. Don't worry. I'm not angry. I'm not angry. I'm happy. Oh my god, I got goosebumps from your singing. Cry emoji. You're welcome. That is thanks to my mother. My very lovely mother sings pretty well. She can hit the C5 note. If you don't know, the C5 note is this one. She can hit that note. You're right. You're right, Rene. Tea and honey will do the job. Also, ginger. Ginger is pretty good for your throat. Okay? My mother taught me that. She told me to drink tea and a couple of ginger. It helps with the singing notes. But I do not drink a lot of it. And that is okay because I'm not a singer. I'm more of a thinker. I think. I solve problems. I talk. I give solutions to people. I do not sing, though I can sing. If some of you like that, I can sing. I can perform so you guys can feel better. That's also my responsibility here, is to make you feel happy and better. Maybe my singing voice will help that. If any of you would like to do that, I'll be happy to do so. But more like that later. Okay? Thank you so much for appreciating my performance. My mother will be so proud. She will be so happy. Anyway, let's proceed. Let's go back to the coding, shall we? I'm running out of breath. I'm tired. Okay. Intermission. Dear Marko with the K, I do really appreciate the letter that you wrote. Therefore, I will send flowers to your apartment. I did not receive it, by the way. I don't know where it went. I hope that by the time you have read this, you got the flowers. Also, we are proud of what you did. We are grateful for all the work that you did. That is very nice. That is very appreciative. Thank you so much, the boss. I really, really appreciate the letter that you wrote here. I wrote one here as well. It's pretty short. I apologize. I hope I can do much better. Let's write another letter. Maybe we should get rid of this. Should I get rid of this? Will it be rude if I get rid of this? I don't think so. I think it's fine. Let's get rid of it. And I'll write another one. I'll write another one later. Where is the footer? Buttons. Footer. This is supposed to be footer. That's there. But we're going to work on the navigation header. I'll write another comment here for the boss. A letter for him. Specifically for him. This is going to be the navigation bar. And I'll write a message. Dear boss, merci beaucoup pour votre pour ton message. J'ai apprécié. Something like that. No, let's not talk in French. It does not understand French a lot. I really appreciate the letter, but I have not received the flower yet. Perhaps it's still in the delivering process. I'll talk soon. We love you. And we are very proud of your hard work in the last video. Bisous. Marko with a K. There you go. A question from Rene. Where did you learn French, Marko? That is a very good question because I have not told you about this yet. I'm from Italy, but my mother she grew up in France. My dad is from Russia. I'm mixed, Italian and Russian. But my mother, she grew up in France. And I followed her. I followed her there for a couple of years. I grew in France for like 10 years or so. I studied my college there. I went to a university in France just for a couple of years. And then I went back to Italy to work. And now I'm back here. I can still speak French. Je peux parler français, just un peu. But I can speak plenty of languages as well. But that's a topic for another day. Let's go here. I have now written a letter to my boss. He's gonna appreciate that. I'll watch his next live stream and his reaction to that letter. Okay, so now we're here. We're going to create the class, header, and then logo. And what we're going to do here was going to set the width of that logo to around 150 pixel. Or maybe just 100. Or maybe just a 50 or 75. I think that's pretty small already. I think that's good. Let's save that. Go to browser. Reload the page. It's still too big. 50. It's still small. No, it's good. It's good. Because we are currently not in the right zoom. So this is the right zoom. Okay, I think it's perfect. It's good. Okay. That's better. Now we have a logo. Now what happens if we get rid of the logo? If we remove this, for example, if we go remove image, and now it's just displaying the weekly How Live Coding session title, the name of the online store. So that's what happened all the time. Whenever you create a header, you check if logo exists. If there is a logo, you render the logo. Otherwise, if there are no logo, you upload the name of the online store. Okay? That's how you do it. Okay, now we're done. We're done with the logo. Now let's do the navigational bar for the mobile. Because if we make this into mobile, it's pretty ugly. That's not the right way to do that. We need to create a div for mobile. So what we're going to do here, we're going to hide this. We're going to hide this. Hidden. But how? How we're going to hide that? We'll hide that if it's small. With Tailwind CSS, there are breaking points or breakpoints. SM means small. MD means medium. LG, large breakpoint. And so on. XL. But we'll just hide this. Let's hide this div when the mobile or the width of the resolution is small. I'm not sure specifically the specific number for these breakpoints, but small means for mobile devices mostly. So let's save that. And let's go here. And let's open the inspect elements. Reload. It does not hide. For some reason, it does not hide. Let's take a look at the element. Okay, it's still here. Hidden. Maybe there is a problem. Let's take a look. Maybe there's a problem with Tailwind. Okay, it's there. Let's do hidden. And then MD block. We want to hide it. There you go. Now it's hidden. It's no longer there. Another thing that we want to do is to center this, because look, the logo is not really aligned with the sign in button. How do we do that? We do that in the header class, right here. Here in the Tailwind, let's open the nav header class. Currently, we have the following: flex row, justify between classes. But we also need to add align center. So now if we save that, let's wait for it. Maybe reload it. It's still not the same. The problem is, look, it appears that the logo is not currently inside the box where it should be. So notice that. Look, if you can see it, the highlight, it's not currently in the right position. Okay? Why is it acting like that? Let's fix that. It's supposed to be here. This thing right here. Let's add a class. Relative. We'll set its position to relative. It's still the same. Reload. Still the same. Let's get rid of the div instead. There you go. But now the height is not correct. We'll fix that later. The button class. Let's take a look at the button class. Here. We'll set the height to fit content. Button. Fit content. It is not currently here. It's supposed to be, there's supposed to be height here in fit content. But it's not working. For some reason, the Tailwind CSS is not saving the file. What happened? Nav header. Nav header. There is no button. Where is the button? Button. It's not saved. For some reason, it's not saved. This thing right here. Why is it not doing it properly? Is there a problem with Tailwind CSS? Okay, there is a problem. Okay. What is the error? Align center class does not exist. If align center is a custom class, make sure it is defined in the layer directive. Okay, there's no such thing for that. It appears that this thing right here does not exist. That is okay. If it does not work that way, you can always fix this like this. Nav. Header. And then you just apply here. Item align. Align items. Center. And now it should be in the center. There you go. Maybe I made a mistake. Item center, not align center. There you go. I apologize. I think it's my mistake. Okay, now it's working. Everything is good. The button is in the center too. So we are good. Okay, we just need to display something else. Like a button to open a drop-down menu for our mobile. How do we do that? Pretty simple. Just beside this, we're going to create. Let's create a div. Let's put this here. And then beside this, we're going to create a what? A button. Button. And inside of this, we're going to render an icon. We'll render the icon menu. We still don't have the file, so let's create a new file inside the snippets folder. We'll call it icon menu. .liquid. And then we'll look for an icon online. Hero icons. And here, we'll search for menu. Which one looks good for you? Bar 2, bar 3, bar 4. Bar 2 looks good. I'll copy this. Go back here. Paste the icon here. Check the width. Class. Look. Not sure if that's going to work with Tailwind, but let's try. Save that. Save the icon and then the header. Let's go back to... There you go. We have an icon here. A button. Now it's currently not working. Because we need to give this an event. An event listener. When we click, do something. Okay? It's going to be similar to what we did here. Here, X on click. And then we open mobile. Okay? So what we're going to do, we're going to create a new X data, a new Alpine component. We'll call it mobile open. We'll set it to false. And now, if we click this button, X on click, we'll set the value of mobile open to the negated value of mobile open. Why? Because if the value of mobile open is currently false, we negate that value, therefore this becomes true. Okay? That is programming. Basics programming. Now we can see the value of it by going here. We can just display the value of that. So X on, not sure the attribute. So Alpine JS. I forgot the span. Xtext. There you go. Xtext. And then just apply here mobile. Open. Save it. Go back to browser. We have false. If we click this, become true. Click this again, becomes false. So now what we're going to do is we're going to display a mobile menu to display when we click this. That's going to be pretty easy. So let's do it here. Underneath, let's create a div. And then before we do that though, here, let's create a class. This is going to be having a flex and flex rows. And then justify no. We're not going to justify. We'll just item center. Just like that. And that should be fixed. But now let's fix the div here. Let's create a new div with the class absolute. Because we want it to be absolute. And then we'll just put this at the top 0, left 0, right 0, and bottom 0. How do we do that? Let's open Tailwind. Position. Absolute. Let's select the top right, bottom left. Inset. It's called inset 0. The inset 0 will position the div with 0 top, 0 left, 0 right, and 0 bottom. So inset -0. That's it. But we'll also give this a background white. And then inside of this we'll have a button. Just like that. And then this is going to be close. Now if we click this, we'll set the mobile open to false. Just like that. Now if we save this and go back to the browser, we have close here. But it does not work. The reason why it's not working, and that is because it's wrong. Button X on click, mobile, open, set false. It should work. Why is it not working? Not working. Okay. Let's do another trick. Console.log. Hello. Save that. Now let's open the console. If we click this, okay, it seems to be working. If we click this, it renders hello. So that is how you debug it. If it does not work, try to console.log something. So now that we're clicking it and it's working, let's change the value of mobile open. Let's set that to false. Now I do not understand why it's not working. Is it because it's currently true? It is true. Or maybe I'm doing it wrong. It's supposed to be like this. It's not right. It's supposed to be like this. Or maybe, you know what, let's just do it the same way here. I don't think it matters. There seems to be a problem. Okay. Not sure what's going on. X on click, mobile open. Set it to the negative value of mobile open, which is going to be false. Is it because the variable is not inside? It is inside. The same element, same parent. Oh, the reason why it's wrong, and that is because... No. It should work. This is giving me a bit of a problem. So instead of doing this, we'll do top here. Set it to 5. Just like that. And then do hello. Let's do another one. 10. 15. 16. Now it is no longer working. Ah, okay. I think I understood why. I finally understood why. It's supposed to work. This is supposed to work. The reason why it's not working, and that is because we are so dumb. This is supposed to show. Okay? We'll just apply here the mobile open. Sometimes I can be stupid, and that is okay. It can happen to everyone. Now if I click this, I open, and then close. Open, close, open, close. There you go. I apologize for that. That can be a bit embarrassing. Okay? But no problem. That is normal. When you make mistakes, that is pretty normal. How is everybody doing? Are you still working? Rene, Muhammad Ali. Okay, now we have the mobile menu. We can finally render those navs, those navigations. Pretty easy. What we're going to do was we're just going to add a line here. And then we'll just add a class. Let's give this a margin Y of 5. A 1 rem. Okay? I'm not calling you rem. I'm talking rem. Like this. 1 rem. And then 2 rem. Not rem. You got it. Hip hip hooray. Yes. Yes. That can happen. Sometimes my brain does not work properly. Because I think so many things. Okay. So now we have a horizontal line. We can do something like this. We can create a nav. Another nav. Just like what we did here. Okay. Right here. Or wrong, it's not supposed to be nav. Supposed to be UL. Because we are already inside of a nav right here. So UL. And here in the UL, we're going to loop through. So for each link inside the, which link is it? Section. Link list, main menu that links. Let's copy that. Here, link list. For each link in the link list main menu links, we render a link. But to make it easy for us, let's just copy everything here. Right here. In fact, we do not need to redo everything. The only problem is the drop-down menu open. That's gonna be the issue. But that's okay, we can fix that. So here, we'll just put it like so. Just save, paste the same thing. But now the problem is the drop-down menu open. Here. How do we fix that? We can fix that by adding a new X data here. We'll do the same thing. We'll just copy this, paste it here. Now the question is that okay if you do have the same drop-down menu open name? We'll find out what happens, but usually it should work. It should be okay. Okay? Open. There you go. But what if we close this? What's gonna happen? You think this thing is still open? No, it's not open. Therefore, it still work. Open. Still open. Close it. It's still open. But that's another problem that we're going to fix. And another thing is, it's still being rendered, the button. You should not render that. We should only render that button when we are in mobile. Where is my tissue? My nose is pretty itchy. I think I'm gonna get cold. That's not a great news. But that's good. We finally have here our menus. Now the difference with the menu for mobile is that we do not need to hide the links. We can already display that. like as is. And therefore, here in the list, that's already good. But for the drop-down menu open, we do not need this. In fact, we'll just get rid of that. This one too. Get rid of that. Is there anything else? The drop-down sub-menu open, we do not need this. This one right here, we do not need this either. By default, it should be open. Get rid of that. This thing too, we do not need this. And this too, we do not need this. We want everything to be displayed by default, like a list. So we do not need to hide them. So now if we open the mobile, they should be displayed. But I do not like the animation. Animation is bad. Therefore, we'll just get rid of the drop-down class here. We do not need this. There you go. I think it's much more clean for our navigation menu for the mobile. Much cleaner. Now what we can do is we can just add styling for that list. So here in the UL, we'll create a class and we'll give it a padding X of 5. Like so. And that should be like this. Now we want to make it bigger. How can we make it bigger? Pretty easy. We can just do that here in the UL as well. So we can do font hyphen LG. It does not work. Maybe the class does not exist. It does not exist. It does exist. But I think I'm doing it wrong. It's not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be here. Let's do font. And then let's change the size to something like 15 pixels. Okay, it's wrong. It's not supposed to be there. That's for the link with levels. We want to put it here. Still the same. Let's put it in the anchor tag. Font. 15 pixels. We're using arbitrary values because you want to customize it. Oh, it's smaller. Okay. We want it to be bigger. Like 20 pixels. $20. It doesn't seem to be working. Maybe this thing does not work. Oh, okay, I understand. I understand now. The reason why it's not working, and that is because it's all going here in the sublink list. And the sublink list does not have any anchor tag as well. So we'll just fix this. Let's put it here. An anchor tag with a class font. And then the font is going to be 20 pixels. Just like that. And then the sublink title will put it inside of the anchor tag. Like so. And for the href, this is going to be sublink.url. Sublink.url. Just like that. Now it should be the same here. For this thing right here. So we'll just add an anchor tag. Same thing. Copy this. paste it above, but replace the object. Instead of sublink, it should be grand sublink. Like that. Let's clean it up. Save it. Go back to the browser. And now if we open it, still the same. What happened? Now this is confusing me now. It appears that the font, wait. Okay, wrong. It's not supposed to be font. It's supposed to be text. Not font. Very bad. Very stupid of me sometimes. Not an expert in Tailwind CSS, but that is okay. Save it. There you go. Some of it is bigger now. Very, very good. Now what we can do next is to make the list bigger. The ones with the sublink. Here, we can do the same thing. Text, hyphen, 20 pixels. Let's copy this because there's another one. Here, this button right here. Add another class, the text. Now, open it. They're all the same. But we also want to add space between them. Okay? How do we do that? We can do here in the UL class, maybe we can use Tailwind CSS as a reference. List. Here. No, it does not work that way. Let's do it here in the list. Let's do margin bottom. 3 or 4. Let's do it every list. There's another list here. Add a margin bottom 4. There's another list here. Add a margin bottom 4. Another list here. Margin bottom 4. Finally here. Margin bottom 4. Save it. And then go back to the browser. And now that should look like this. Very cool. But it appears that there is a problem here. This one specifically. What is going on? So this is going as a sublink. Okay, this one looks like it doesn't have the right class. Let's double check. Okay. Because this thing is supposed to be indented one step. But they are not indented one step. Because the characters has all of this. But there is no padding to move them. How did we do it? Here in the main list item, we have a UL, sublist, and we added a padding. Let's take a look at the Tailwind class, right here. Where are they? So here, we added a margin left for the main list item. But I believe we're missing something here. We are missing a padding, a margin for this. There you go. Now, it should have a margin. There you go. That is a margin. But we do not want this to have a margin. I think I did it wrong. It's not supposed to be like that. I apologize. I want the children to have a padding. It's supposed to be the sublink list. Sublink list. Here, like this. So we're going to add another comma here and that's going to be for the UL sublink list. Not like that. Not like that. Like this. nav.header UL sublink list. And we'll just apply a margin left of 4. Just like what we did here. I think it's supposed to be 5. Or maybe let's make it easier. Do it like this. There you go. Finally, it's now indented. Let's also add a margin for this character here. It does not have any margin bottom. So it's supposed to be the button class. This button, it does not have margin bottom 4. There you go. That looks much better now. We're missing another one right here. This button right here does not have any margin bottom. So we'll also apply it here. And now we are done. Ladies and gentlemen, we have created a mobile menu. Pretty simple. We can close, we can open, we can close, we can open, we can close, we can open. That is how easy it is to create. It took what? 15 minutes. It took 15 minutes to create it. Pretty fast. Okay. Now all we need to do is to hide this. Because it's not hidden yet. So what we're going to do, I'm talking about this button right here. It's not hidden. We only want to display this when the size of the browser is small. So here, in button, the class itself, we want to hide it when the browser is small. Okay? Or the screen is small. How can we do that? We can do hidden or block. We can do block. However, if the browser is medium, then we hide it. Just like that. So now, if we save that and close this, now the button is gone. However, if we go to the mobile, now we have it. There you go. You can also see it in action if you do this. Inspect. Change the resolution or dimension to responsive. Now you can change this. There you go. Notice that it disappears. And it opens this. That's how easy it is. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. We have finished the mobile menu. We are done. We are finally done. Now let's try to work on the footer because we have not worked on it for quite some time. So let's open the theme editor. Close this. Make this into desktop. Open the footer. Image. Replace that with the actual logo because we have already a logo. We can finally use this. Done. There you go. Now we have the proper logo. Let's change this to welcome to the best tissue store. That's pretty much it. Maybe we can reduce the size of the logo because it's pretty big. So let's now close the header. Let's open the footer section. Here in the footer, we should have the image. If block is this, then we assign a class. Right here. Class. Let's set it to logo. Reload this. Save it. It's not working. The reason why it's not working, and that is because the logo class that we implemented earlier is only for the nav. For the navigation. We do not have that in the footer. So here in the footer, we're going to implement the same footer logo. And then we'll set the width to 50 pixels. Let's double check how we did that here. 50 pixels. There you go. Save that. Now go back to the browser. Reload this. This one too. There you go. Now we have a logo. Perfect. Now we can fix here. Because it's not yet working properly. We cannot click it. Let's also zoom out. So that we can see everything. Let's add another footer menu. Link list. We do not want it to look like this. We want it to be columnized. Okay, so let's fix that. Here in the footer, we'll create another set of class. Footer. Navigation. And we'll create a flex. We'll do @apply flex calls justify between or justify around, and then align items start. That's how we want it to look like. Now let's use this class in the footer. Let's take a look here. Footer center. We have footer center in fact. Let's just do nav here. Or instead of doing that, let's do nav here with the class navigation. And we'll put the 4 inside of that nav tag. Just like that. Now save it. Let's reload. Still the same. Let's take a look at the inspect elements and see what it's in there. So we have nav. Okay, it looks like the reason why it's not working is because it's nested with nav. It's not supposed to be like that. Let's change instead of nav. Let's get rid of the nav here. We just want to display the UL. Now let's take a look at that. Footer center, navigation. It appears that there are no classes here yet. I know I made a mistake. Flex call. There you go. Navigation flex. Maybe it's supposed to be rows. Yeah, it's supposed to be a row. Flex row. Just like that. And we just need to add a gap. Gap of 5. Gap of 10. There you go. I think that's much better. And we also want it to be containerized. We want to make it containerized. So we'll put it inside of a container. The entire thing. So here, the footer class should have a container. Okay? So we'll put, instead of footer, container. Let's see what will happen if we add container. Okay, looks like there is a problem now here. We want it to be, I believe, this one instead. Container. There you go. Now let's see what happened. Let's see what happened. Container. Maximum width. We want to apply a margin. Margin X. Auto. Because we want it to be in the center. Like that. Now if we zoom out, it's going to be in the center. We want it to be like that. Now let's try to add a padding. Here in the footer itself. The footer class. Let's increase the padding of the Y. So 1 rem here on the X. And on the Y, let's make it 2. There you go. Let's make it more higher, 2.5. Okay, that's much better. I like it. It's beautiful. And there you go. I think that's pretty cool. Now let's just make it much more cooler by adding a title for this links. Also, it does not work yet, the links. You can't click it. Why? Because here, it's only displaying the title. So instead of doing it like this, we are going to add an anchor tag. So anchor tag, and then for the href, do link.url. And then for the text, we'll do link.title. Now it should work. You can click it. There you go. The next thing we're going to do is to give it a title, because right now there is no title for that. So here, above this UL tag, we're going to add an H, or just a span, a div, in fact, and a span. Just like that. And then, we're going to apply here an object that's going to be block dot settings dot title, but there is no setting title yet. So that's what we're going to create. Here, schema, we have a block, and for each block specifically, we want to take a look at the linked list menu. We want to create a new setting, and that's going to be the title. So here, create a new object. We'll create the type text, and then the ID is going to be title. And now, if you scroll back, it's no longer an error. It's working now because we already have a title here. Now let's give this a default value. Let's give it menu title. And then lastly, the label. Title. Save it. Now let's go back. Now we have menu title here. Good. Now let's just fix it because it's not properly aligned. Here, we are going to add a div for all of this. Let's put this 2 inside. Make it into a children. But for this div, we're going to create a class. We'll call it flex. And then flex row. Flex call, in fact. And then for the gap y, we'll give it a gap y of 5. Save it. There you go. Now we have a menu title right here. Now it's still small, so let's make it bigger. So for the span, let's give it a class of text LG. There you go. Now it's much bigger. Now the font weight, let's make it bold. There you go. Now we have a title. Now let's change the title. Go to the theme editor. And then select the footer menu. We still don't have the title, the input setting. So let's just reload the page. Reload. Here, click the menu title. Now we have menu title here. Let's change this to brand or menu or links. And the other one, more links. Save it. Now we have a much better looking navigational footer. It's much better. Don't you agree? Previously, if you go back to the previous live stream, it looks ugly. But now it looks much better. Now we have a logo. We have a right description. We have a menu link with the title. It looks pretty good. Much better. And now the last thing that we need to do is to display the newsletter form. I believe we can do that pretty easily. So we can go back here, storefronts, themes, and perhaps there is an example here. Let's search Shopify. Newsletter form. They probably have an example that we can use. They do not have liquid. Okay, perhaps this. Okay, maybe we can just copy this and create this into a section. Let's copy, and then create a new section. Newsletter, form, that liquid. Paste it here. And now we have a few errors that we need to fix. The reason why we're getting this error, and that is because we don't have the translation for all of this. We don't have the locales for that. That is okay. For now, let's get rid of this. Let's change it to confirmation. This one, the placeholder. Let's replace this with please enter your email. Because that is a placeholder for the input. For the button, instead of this, submit, subscribe. There you go. Now we good. We saved that. And now I believe we can add this section in the footer. Just like that. I don't think we need the blocks. Let's go back here. Reload the page. Also the theme editor. If we go back, we can add a section and we have newsletter. We have a newsletter now here. But that's not what we want. We want to add this here. Remove that. What we want is to do a section here. But how can we add a section here for the newsletter? It's either we manually just put it and get rid of this. And get rid of this. So that there is no block for the newsletter. What we want is to just add the section here. So section tag. Not that kind of section. This section. And then reference the file newsletter form. Now, if we reload this page and this one, cannot render sections inside sections. So that is another error that you'll receive if you try to enter a section inside a section. There you go. So that does not work. The reason why I did this, so that you know what will happen if you do that. So since we got that error, how do we do this? That's right. We are going to create the block. Here. We'll just copy what we have here. We'll use the form, specifically just the form here, and add it here. That is all. You do not need anything else. So now if you save that, go back to the browser, reload the page. You should have a form here. But it does not display. So, form, customer. The reason why it does not display, and that's because we don't have the newsletter form anymore. So here, let's create a new block. Let's do type. Newsletter. Name. newsletter form. Settings. Let's leave it empty. Newsletter form. Change the type to newsletter form. Now, if you reload your page, you should have a newsletter form here that you can use. Okay, let's add an email. I'll use my email. You cannot see it, but I'm typing it. If I click subscribe, we get an error. Invalid or missing reCAPTCHA token. So that's something that we're going to fix later on. Or maybe I'll just let the boss take care of this. Because it's almost 2 hours. Ladies and gentlemen, it was pretty good. It was a fast time. But I'm very happy that we did this together. I'm very happy that we were able to do many things together. We were able to have fun together. We were able to discuss many things together. Okay? I was able to talk to you. Be grateful to what you did to me. To how nice you were. Talking to me, addressing me the right way. I was very grateful for everything that you did today. I was very happy because we did many things too. The logo, we did it together. Shout out to my AI for doing it. But we did it together. The logo, the navigational bar, the mobile menu. We fixed it. We finally did it. We wrote a letter for our boss. And now we did the footer. The footer much looking good. It looks much better. This is all thanks to you. So shout out to every single one of you who joined tonight. And now we are about to end the live stream in about 3 minutes or 2 minutes. So within this time frame, I would like to say thank you. Thank you so much. Shout out to every single one of you who joined tonight. From Z Winner, shout out to you. Stream Elements, shout out to you. Rene, shout out to you. Aero TK, Reem, Muhammad Ali the Legend, Rene, again, and to others who joined and left, who took a look at me for even just a little bit, who take a glance at my beautiful face, and who took a listen to my beautiful sound. I did enjoy every single minute with all of you. So thank you. I will see every single one of you once again. Next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, I will see you again. Okay, seriously. Thank you so much every single one of you for joining me tonight. Shout out again to Rene. To all of you who stayed with me tonight. Good job to all of you for working. I know some of you are working with me right now. And I do appreciate that we're doing this together. All of us. We're a team. Thank you, thank you. From the bottom of my heart, I am very grateful. Merci. Okay, let's start the music now, shall we? Because it is time to leave. There you go. Thank you so much, Rene. Thank you. I will see you next Wednesday, of course. Much love. Spread love to every single one of you. Say I love you to your mother, to your father, to your brothers and sisters. Spread love. That's what we want in this world. That's what we need. So love each other. Okay, I'm being preachful now. I'm going. Bye-bye. Love you all. Marko. Peace out.